What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the recap number 109. I am Jake Dunlap, CEO of Skaled, but you probably already know that, right? Like the chances are that you're joining this live stream. Because I don't even think, I think you have to be like a follower of First Degree Connection. So there's 40,000 of you out there. I hope everyone tunes in every Friday. It's going down. We're switching it up. We've got different playlists, some different, flavors for every week. And so I'm super, super excited for this week. What's going on, Mackenzie? Hope you're doing amazing. We're very excited to have you as a part of the team. Everyone give a big shout out, big clap for Mackenzie Boley, who's going to be joining the Scale team on September 8th. So Mackenzie, we're very, very, very excited. What's going on, Darshak? Hope you're doing amazing as well. So this week I went with the 90s R&B themes. Half of you may or may not have even been born when some of these songs came out, but you know what? That's okay, man. 90s R&B was like the golden age, right? You had Cupid. If you guys don't know 112, dude. This was it. You guys have to make sure. Tell me if you guys can hear the music. I'm trying to do audio setup, so let me know if you can hear the music. Again, each week I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes on me. Let you guys get to know my preferences here from a music standpoint. I grew up nothing but R&B, hip hop, so you're going to get a lot of that from me, and then maybe some. We'll mix it in, but I'm going to take it down a little bit so you can hear me. So I want to know, can you hear the music? You can hear it. Shelby says she can hear it. And then let me know if I'm talking, if it's too loud. Right? Is it too? Kevin, the 90s really was a great era for music. Well, and also there was a lot of bad music. Let's not get it twisted, right? I never got into like super, super alternative music. And I tried to get into REM and these people. And there's songs that I like from those groups. But I always felt like that music was so depressing. It's just always sad. It's like, all this terrible stuff is happening, etc. What's up? Brett Parsons is in the house. Brett Parsons and I actually went to high school together, and Brett can tell you firsthand about my obsession with R&B, and that me and like my group of friends, like we would go to a concert. I kid you not, this happened multiple times, where it would be 5 dudes going to see like Blackstreet, Key Sweat, and New Edition, or Casey and JoJo at Next, like just dudes. You know what I mean? Like my wife, keep in mind I'm the one who likes R&B. My wife. They had a ladies' night extravaganza in Brooklyn, and so I got that for my wife as her Valentine's Day present. And so we saw Brian McKnight, a whole bunch of people. It was quite fun. So, what's up, everyone? Let's get into the week this week. So, very busy week, but also I started a new habit about what was it? Maybe I guess last month was the first month where what I've been doing is basically taking a week during every month and making it a lighter week. Normally I'm running like 50, 60 meetings a week. And what I've realized is that if I can take a little bit of time to have some lighter weeks, less internal meetings, level set, spend some time on some bigger topics, it makes a big difference. So I did that this week, took my son golfing for the first time, which was a ton of fun. So let me pull up, here we go. So let's get into it. So on Monday, I had a conversation with Dennis Yu. If you're not following Dennis, we'll drop the link to follow Dennis in the comments. Dennis's insights are so valuable that his content gets picked up from LinkedIn. So LinkedIn literally will publish his articles as like insights into the algorithm, which is pretty amazing. And so Dennis, go watch it. It's on YouTube. Dennis talks about how to write viral posts. Like this thing, use a big piece of emotion, get people to click more, tell a story, wrap it in a positivity blanket. I thought it was pretty interesting. Let's see what song's coming up here next. Another 112. There's not a 112 in this mix here, but that's all right. Got some Aaliyah in here. After 7. Gosh, man. All for One. Oh, this one. This one, everywhere. By the moon and the stars in the skies. And I swear. If you don't know that one, you might have seen it in Just Friends, a Ryan Reynolds movie, and there's like an epic "I swear" line in that. So on Wednesday, did a webinar, Leading During Change with Bill Prater. We talked about how CEOs are doing a better job of trying to lead through change. And I think more and more people need to take that accountability mindset, that ownership mindset. You don't have to be a CEO to help to lead your company through change. But the big thing we talked about is that you have to pivot now. You have to really think about the things that you're doing now and really start to take ownership for the outcomes and not worry about, where the chips fall. For me, look, I grew up selling job ads from 2007 to 2010. Okay, that was the last meltdown. I was literally in the job space. Okay, I can tell you all, it was not a great space to be in. But guess what? My team was number one 2 years in a row. Right, I then went and left to go to Glassdoor in 2010. Still, the economy wasn't there, and they became a unicorn. Right, and so I think now is the time, where you are going to make or break your career. There's going to be a group of people that stay stagnant for the next few months and year, where they're just waiting it out. And there's going to be a group of people that excel and they're not trying to hear that shit. And those are the people that are going to win. So I want all of you to take that mindset. Like, people are winning right now. Deals are getting done. Contracts are getting signed. People are buying. Okay. And so that kind of goes into my next section here, Jake's take, which is we have to start to think about running our sales org like a performance org, right? We have to start to think about how we optimize our sales organization to run just like a marketing agency. So what do I mean by that? It's an always on mindset. The reason we got caught so flat-footed with COVID, okay, the reason we got so flat-footed is we weren't used to adapting and pivoting in real time. We have to start to take that mindset to sales. So what I want all of you to do is set a optimization schedule for your outbound process and your sales process. Outbound every 2 to 4 weeks. You need to be thinking about completely redoing big chunks of the strategy as you optimize and pump more data through. On your sales cycle, every 60 days, you're pumping tens or hundreds of prospects through. You should start to see where your sales cycle is getting stuck. So that's my advice for everybody. Take a performance mindset. Do not think, I think sometimes in sales, we over focus on doing. We want to do more, right? But in reality, we need to think about, are we now optimizing the things that we're doing? And so that's the mindset. If you're a leader, if you're in sales operations, I really want you all to kind of like think through that mindset, okay? Making those small micro changes in real time. So performance agency mindset for sales. All right. So let's see what we got up. Let's see what I got up next here. I got to try to find. Oh yeah, this is a classic one right here. How they didn't have another follow-up. Like, this is kind of it. Blackstreet had like 2 songs. Yeah. I don't understand how Blackstreet didn't keep it. I mean, to me, I thought Blackstreet was like the best.
Yo, Trey drop the verse. It's going down, fades of Black Sheep. The homies got at me, collab creations.
Ooh, look at the Boys to Men on here. Never saw Boys to Men in concert, but I know you can now see Boys to Men in concert at about every casino. I feel like every time I've been to a casino, I'm driving by like the middle of nowhere, Texas, Oklahoma, or wherever. Boys to Men is performing at that casino. Like, you name it, you see like, God, who else is there? I feel like literally I've seen Boys to Men performing at like a random casino, like sign like 850 times. So you guys can go check out Boys to Men. But I think one of the members isn't like performing with them anymore, which would be sad. So, all right. So this week's in the news. How many of you have seen this? Instagram Reels, right? Give me a quick thumbs up. Give me a hand clap if you've seen Instagram Reels. Let me tell you why I think it's interesting. Okay. Is that I think a lot of people, when it comes to Instagram, we think about it's pure B2C, but I'm telling you, it's actually an opportunity to create a much different interaction with your customers. And really the goal of Instagram Reels is to compete against TikTok, right? Instagram is not stupid. They have proven time and time again that they see trends, and although the system right now is clunky, the feedback is not great. I think it's like, this influencer, Kasim Hardaway talked to Forbes about it's like a kindergarten version of TikTok. But guess what? Do you all remember what Stories was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago? They are not dumb. And so I really think if you're a B2B company out there, I don't think you need to get involved in Instagram Reels right now, but go play with it and at least understand what it is. Because imagine what you can do with Instagram Reels is you could turn all of your employees into little mini content creators. They can do a little skit about a prospect. They can do a little skit about something at your company, and then you can repurpose that on other channels. So I would go check out Instagram Reels. It's still super, super, super early. But if you know anything from Facebook is good at staying up to speed with trends. And if something happens to TikTok, it gets shut down, doesn't get shut down, then, Instagram is definitely going to win, right? But either way, I have a feeling Instagram's going to make a big push on this. So go check it out. That's this week's In the News. I got 2 Ask Jake Anything questions for you. Let's see. I'm going to get into, let me see if I can get, Bobby Brown, some old, let's see. What do we want to go with here? This isn't good. D'Angelo might be too much. In Vogue. Oh man, In Vogue was so good. So good. Gosh, I didn't even listen to some of this. Johnny Gill. Y'all don't even know about Johnny Gill. All right, let's see. Here we go. This is a classic. Everybody knows this one. He also basically, after Pony, Genuine had, I think, one other song, and it was Differences, which is also an amazing R&B song, But Pony, I feel like, has completely stood the test of time, Like how somehow Genuine has just rose this one song to, stardom. And the funniest part is, I'm sure a lot of you were like me when you heard this song for the first time. You're like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm like 14, right? I'm like, wait, what is he? Oh, that's what he's talking about. Okay, I got it. Yeah, Genuine. He was good. I don't know why he didn't last longer. All right, Ask Jake Anything. Here's your questions. Hi, Jake. Any tips for posting across platforms? Okay, so if you're posting across platforms, yes, more yes. Okay. Best SEO tips for YouTube. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about some of this stuff. So step one, and this is a very classic kind of content creation, is think of this concept of pillar content, which is that instead of trying to create a whole bunch of small pieces, you create one. And so like for us, for example, we're changing our strategy in the next week where we're creating a 7 to 8 minute YouTube show, taking that, putting that into 4 to 5 clips for Instagram, and then potentially using some of that for our LinkedIn as well too. And then having kind of separate videos that are just like interviews or things that I'm doing that is captured in real time. So the easiest way to create content, get in front of a camera like I'm doing now, create like a 6 or 7 minute video. You just write out your script, add your bullet points, and then you can really quickly take each one of those bullets and turn it into a piece of content. SEO tips for YouTube, think about the areas that you want to own. Meaning for me, as we're getting more serious about YouTube, my best advice is to think about, go look at videos that you want to be looked at like. So for us, we're thinking about sales, we're thinking about entrepreneurship, we're thinking about building a business. And so we're looking at those types of keywords. So if an executive or an entrepreneur or somebody goes in and they're looking to think about how to scale their business, pun intended, SKALE, right? Then they will find us. So I think my best advice is go find a group of videos that you like and look at all the different keyword families that they're using, and then try to think about using those yourself. So that's what's up. Summer Hackley. Let's make sure to tag in Summer here, just to let, I don't know if Summer's a man or a woman. So let's see, Summer Hackley. Yeah, there she is. Just tackled your question. Hashtag anything. And feel free, if you all do hashtag anything, I'll do my best to find it on the internet for this email. And then, yeah, look, everyone, next question up as we go through this here. Next question up is, how do you make the right impression when your service is no different than your competition with nearly the same price point? Okay, so you have a commodity-based sale. So here's the key. You've got to be able to differentiate on something. I think some of the easiest things to differentiate are our service. I think a lot of people can differentiate, like, look, we're going to make sure you're successful. We're going to orchestrate for an outcome, all that stuff. So you have to try to find something. Maybe it's the sales process. Maybe it's such a unique process. Maybe it's so fun. Maybe it's so interesting that you can do that. And by the way, even if your product's not a commodity, you can do what I'm saying as well too. But I think although the product's not the same, the packaging can be different. And so that's my kind of hot tip there. All right, so wrapping up the week. Let me find one more here. One more. I gotta find something that I'm really feeling. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go with like, this was the jam for a minute, And a lot of you probably still remember this. Let's just get to Casey. If you were born in the 80s, there's a 100% chance that you were at a dance in junior high doing this right here. Junior high or high school, just doing this right here to this jam. 100% chance. If you're born in the 90s, I think if you're born in the 90s, you might have still had to do like that junior high dance move, right? Brett Parsons knows what I'm talking about. Represent Pleasantly Junior High, okay? Doing this move right here. You know, don't put the hand, you gotta keep the hand up here, right? Whatever the move was for your school, you know? Like, this was like the end cap, I feel like, for like every high school band, every, every junior high band. So shout out to Casey and JoJo, wherever you are in the world. God bless you. That'd be great. I'd love to see what Casey and JoJo is. If you guys know where Casey and JoJo, they're probably playing at a casino near you as well too. So this Monday, I've got a big Jake and Friends. Again, if you all aren't tuning into Jake and Friends, it's every Monday at 11 a.m. Central, 12 Eastern. Make sure to join. We're moving 100% to LinkedIn Live. So if you had been following on the Zooms, I appreciate you, but we're just going to move to one platform. We're going to make life easy for our guests. We're going to make life easy for everybody. So join in every single Monday at 12 Eastern, LinkedIn. All you have to do is follow me. Right? You just have to follow me. I'm talking to Mr. Todd Capone, the author of Brett Parsons Says, haha, he was all over that one. Damien put his lighters in the air. Laura, yes, exactly. We all ended those dances. They ended, like, Laura Hopkins, every dance ended with Stairway to Heaven. God, that sounds like real intense, like an intense way to end the dance. I remember a lot of like Boyz II Men, End of the Road. That was like the first one. Oh, we've come. And then you'd be like, yeah. So you get the point. So Todd Capone, right? So at Todd, if you don't follow Todd Capone, go check out what Todd's up to. He wrote a really amazing book called Transparency Sale. So we're going to dive deep into that Monday at 12 Eastern. 12 Eastern, right here on LinkedIn. I want you to go into your calendar in Google. And just for 15 minutes, I want you to just put a little invite that says Jake and Friends reoccurring, and it just goes to my LinkedIn. Just do that. You just got to literally copy and paste my LinkedIn, put a little invite in there, and then for 8:30 a.m. Central every Friday, and you can just have some fun. That's what I'm trying to do here. There's two things about LinkedIn that I think that we need to up our game on. One, it needs to be more fun. Okay, LinkedIn's boring. Let's just call it what it is, right? LinkedIn is a little boring. Right? It's like, oh, John, great tip on this. Yeah, okay, great. I love a good tip too, but like, let's have some fun. Business doesn't have to be boring. Sales certainly should not be boring, right? You got to transfer energy to people, etc. So I want to have more fun. Two, like, let's talk about topics that people aren't topics that are not just agreeing with everybody, right? Guys, it's okay to disagree with people on LinkedIn. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, okay? And then on Friday, well, actually, I've got a podcast Wednesday, and then on Friday, I'm doing the Quota Crusher podcast with the team at Sales BQ. Now, you need to understand what the BQ stands for. I'm hoping it's barbecue, so we can talk about barbecue. If you don't know, I'm obsessed with barbecue. Obsessed. I've got 2 smokers now. I also would love to cook. If you guys go check out my IG stories, I think we archived it. If not, I'll go back and make sure it is. I literally did a 3-hour meal on Wednesday night where I prepped like rack of lamb to the Southern France cooking class thing. It was pretty epic. So I'm a big fan of cooking. I enjoy it. I love barbecue. I'm hoping that the Sales BQ, maybe I should order barbecue for the podcast just in case. So that's what's up, everyone. There's a lot going down in there. Again, go check out the YouTube. You can go find that video from Dennis talking about the LinkedIn hack stuff that I talked about. Go make sure you subscribe on YouTube. I mean, Shelby is doing an amazing job. She's uploading multiple videos every single week. And so all this stuff that we do, we capture it all. And for me, look, I like to cheat to get ahead by borrowing information from other people. And so if you all are trying to get ahead, you're trying to stay, just go binge on that YouTube. And I'm telling you, I'm sharing literally every single thing. I talk to 20 plus VPs or CEOs every week. I share all of it on YouTube, right? And obviously on LinkedIn as well. So go check that out. Again, make sure you always sign up for the Jake and Friends stuff Monday at 12. Again, it's going to be on LinkedIn, and that you tune into the recap number 110 next week. I will take some music requests. If there's a type or genre of music, I cannot promise that I will listen to that at all. Sway Thai barbecue dishes. Austin is my dream. Yeah, see, sometimes that Sway Thai barbecue though is too hot. I'm telling you that Sway. If you've been to Sway in Austin, sometimes you gotta be like, look, you need to tone this down. This food is unedible. But anyway, that, my friends, is the recap number 109. 109. Either way, it doesn't really matter, right? If you want, this is the 90s playlist on Spotify. There's a lot of hits on here. They put like 500 different songs in here. It's pretty great. So go check that out yourselves. And that, my friends, is recap number 109. I'm out. Have an amazing week. And we will see you on Monday.